Okay, loves, let's get started with this get ready with me. I am, as I said in the introduction, I am getting ready to create some content, and I never miss an opportunity. When I have to put on makeup, I'm gonna create some content. So I'm creating some content, and I'm also going to church. So we're going to do a look that fits both occasions. Okay, and it's fall, and for fall I kind of like to, I don't do anything like usually like super I keep it basic. That's what I want to say. I usually keep it very basic when it comes to my fall makeup. I usually do a very neutral look or just a very simple laid back look. And so that's what we're going to do today. And I have some new products for y'all. So I'm really excited about that. And I've been using them for a little bit so I can kind of tell y'all how I like them. But yeah, so let's get started. First we're going to start, of course y'all see I've done my eyebrows already. I've said this a million times, y'all know how I do about the eyebrows. It just takes too much time to try to like do my eyebrows and do them right and then talk to y'all at the same time. So I usually do them before I get on camera. And yes, so that is that. I'm going to maybe do a short. Let me know if y'all want me to do a short and just do my eyebrows and just show y'all my eyebrow, technique in a short. That might be better, so y'all can just see how I do them. I did show them in one of my tutorials, but that was a while back, so we'll give you something updated. Anywho, in this get ready with me, I did really want to talk about, y'all know God is always dealing with me and speaking to my heart about different things. And I really have been focusing on the present moment and taking baby steps, and how those baby steps are really important for getting you to where you need to be. And I think that we always think that we have to be, especially with social media, you think you always got to be doing these grand things, and you really don't. Baby steps are really important. Taking it one day at a time, taking it as you're trying to grow something, taking it one moment at a time, one strategy at a time, it really does make a difference. I'm using this, my Morphe palette. This is the, what is this called? The 35B by Lisa Frank, this right here. And I'm using the color Roxy and Roll. It's kind of like a purplish color, and I love these like deep purple colors for fall, so that's what I'm putting on my eye right now. But yeah, back to, and I'm just gonna put this is going to be the only color that I put on my eye today. So yeah, I'm just kind of putting it all over and blending it in. So yep, and there you have it. But yeah, y'all, so it's just very important that we don't think that we always have to be constantly making these big moves, because the people on social media saying that they're making all these big moves all the time are not. They lying to you. Girl, they are lying to you. They are not doing these big grandiose things. It always takes steps and process to get to any level in life. Like, hey, to become a lawyer, there's steps, there's process. You got to go to school for 4 years, and then you have to take this test, and then you have to get into a school and apply to a law school, and then you have to, get through the law school, and then you got to take another test after you get in law school so you can get barred and get your license. Like, it's steps. Everything is a process. Life is about process, journey, and steps. And I really understood what they mean by life is about the journey and not the destination. I used to be like, I don't know about that, but now I get it. I totally get it when people say that, because it really is. And I've learned how to really just enjoy the process and enjoy the baby steps. Like, enjoy what I'm doing now. Enjoy how I can learn and do different things while I'm still growing. Even growing this channel, I'm still learning, and I get to make mistakes now that I won't be able to make as I get you know, more known or get more followers or get more subscribers or stuff like that. So I get a chance to continue to grow and to continue to learn, and that's what this is all about. So take those baby steps, girl. Like, don't force life. Don't try to force life to be something that you think it should be in your mind, because God already has the idea. God already had the perfect idea of who you are before you were born. And so you have to really trust the process and trust that he knows what he's doing with your life, and that he knows you, because he definitely does. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of figuring out these days. Like, take it slow, one day at a time, because thinking too far in the future really overwhelms me. And so I'm trying to stay present, at peace, and not overwhelmed and stressed out. Okay, y'all. So next we have, y'all, I finally got it. I finally got this milk makeup. This milk makeup Hydro Pro grip primer. I finally got it. I'm so excited. I've used it twice. I love it. I just love how it feels when it goes on your face. Girl, this thing feels so good. Like, it really does. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And I didn't completely finish using my Marc Jacobs one that I have, but it's literally almost done. I'm going to use it up because I don't like to waste anything, but I just had to try this milk primer, and y'all, it feels so good. It feels so good going on my face. It feels so good. I love it. And it's kind of like, it gets kind of tacky. Oh, I love it. So yeah, that's a new product alert. I finally got it. Yay. I got this from Sephora, and yeah, and y'all, I have definitely fell in love with this Marc Jacobs Extra Shot. Baby, this thing, I've had my makeup on for hours, and it's like the last of the hours that this thing starts moving. I love this stuff, and I love that it's like literally so close to my skin, and the color, so good. This color is tan 390. Y'all, I'm in love with this. When this run out, I'm getting me another one. And I actually found this at a Marshall's. So y'all know, I've told y'all in the past how Marshall's is the plug. TJ Maxx is the plug. You go in there and you get special surprises. And I found this, and now I have a foundation that I will always be going back to. So yes. But I'm going to put on this foundation, and I'm probably going to fast forward through this part so y'all don't have to watch me put on foundation. But yeah. Okay, next we have, y'all know, my trusty Sephora concealer. I love this concealer, and it's not super expensive, and it works, girl. I promise you, I love this concealer. The color that I have is the Creme Caramel. Yes, honey, I love this. And also, I wanted to talk to y'all about just, you know, my update on living, you know, as people call it, the soft life. I've realized just like how important it is for us to just take care of ourselves, to really like nurture yourself. Like, I think Mary J. Blige said this at some point, but sometimes we have to, like, even as adults, mother ourselves and make sure that we're, you know, nurturing ourselves and treating ourselves well. And that's what's important for me, is that I nurture myself, that I really take care of me in this season. And it's not anything about being selfish or anything like that, but it's really about nurturing who I am now, taking care of me, my health, taking care of my spirit, taking care of me, myself mentally. Again, making sure that I'm in spaces that are good for me mentally, that are safe, and making sure that I'm creating spaces for myself that are safe, that I'm, creating relationships or establishing relationships that are good for me, that are safe. And we have to think about those things. So I think sometimes we just go through life without being intentional, and you have to be intentional about stuff like that. You have to be intentional about your environment, who you allow in your environment, what you listen to, what you allow in your environment. Like, you really have to pay attention to that. That's something that's like super important. And I think if you're not intentional, you can find yourself in spaces that you don't want to be, find yourself in relationships that you don't want to be in. And now you got to be like, oh, now I got to cut this person out because I didn't pay attention, because I wasn't intentional about whether they were a good person for me or not. And for me, that's super important as far as, having this soft life, is creating environments and spaces around yourself that are peaceful, that are safe, that are good for you, and we have to be intentional about that. And sometimes intentional doesn't sound like soft, but when you're intentional in the beginning, you don't have to worry about it afterwards. Like, you intentional about someone gets introduced into your life and you're like, oh, who is this person? And you're intentional about making sure that they're a good person for your environment. And then you don't have to worry about, being stressed out because this person is doing things that are detrimental to you mentally or physically or what have you. Making sure that the opportunities we take, what in jobs and things like that, are conducive to the person that we are. Our jobs can be safe too. Like, jobs don't have to be hard, and like, you don't have to be miserable on your job. Like, my job now, I'm not miserable at all. I'm not miserable on my job. And you don't have to be miserable on your job. You don't have to be miserable in spaces in your life. Like, sometimes we have to, not saying that you'll never have to do something you don't want to do, but I'm saying that you don't have to be miserable. And if you're not happy at your job, find ways to make a plan. Strategize on how you can get to the next job, how you can get to the next place. Because if you just focus on the negative and focus on why you don't like it, you're never going to get out, because you're never going to make the plan or create a strategy on how to get out of that environment. You're just going to mope around and be miserable. And so instead of focusing on that, focus on, okay, what do I need to do so that I'm happier? What do I need to do so that I'm more at peace, so that I'm mentally okay, so that I'm physically okay? Because when you're not mentally okay, it impacts you physically. Trust me, I know it does. It impacts you physically. And so it's important that we are intentional about the spaces that we're in, the things that we're doing to our minds, the things that we're doing to our bodies. Because you'll be on these jobs and people will make you think that you got to work 5 million hours a week. And you probably don't. If you finish your work earlier or sooner than that, it's okay. You got the job done. You showed up and did what you were supposed to do. And that's something that I've been working on as well. It's just really saying to myself, I don't have to kill myself to be good at this job. I'm good at this job. I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to kill myself, because when I'm dead and gone, guess what? They're going to find somebody to replace me. So I don't want to kill myself doing anything. I want to make sure that I'm enjoying this life as much as I possibly can. Okay, y'all. On to the next step, because I will be preaching, okay? Because like I said, I work 4 days a week, and I have to literally pep talk myself into not working on Friday. Like, seriously, I'm using my Sasha Buttercup. As y'all know, my trusty Sasha Buttercup. I'm going to Shake it up a little bit so I can set under my eyes or set my concealer. As y'all know, we're going to bake it in there. Because I'm going to have on this makeup all day, so there we have it. Ooh, 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 ooh. But y'all, I'm literally, when I say this stuff, I'm talking about myself. I'm preaching to myself as well, because like I was saying, I literally had to tell myself, do not get on your computer, do not check your emails, do not work. You finished what you needed to finish. You've done what you needed to do. Don't feel guilty. This is the, because me having a 4-day week is what we agreed to when I began working for the firm that I'm working for. That was the agreement. And so why should I feel guilty? And that's the thing. We feel guilty for not working. We feel guilty for not killing ourselves. And that's not good. And I had to literally be like, no, you're going to rest today, because this week was kind of a hard week for me, because I don't know, I was tired. I was feeling all over the place, and I just needed a break, and I just needed a day where I can just kind of like chill. And yeah, and so I really needed to rest, because I was just feeling loopy. Like I wasn't focused at all. I was all over the place. This Sephora bronzer is what I'm using. I love this stuff too. Man, y'all should try these Sephora products, because they be doing the thing. They be giving. Just so y'all know. But yeah, y'all. I was loopy. And I was able to get things done, but it was just like taking so much out of me, because I was tired. And it's okay to be tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to have those moments where you're like, oh, this week I had to be like, you know what, Cree, you tired. And it's okay. It's okay that you're a little slower than you usually are. It's okay. Just get the rest you need so you can be 100% again. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying soft life, nurturing yourself, being intentional, and being clear about who you are. We can't let our feelings rule us, but we have to be sensitive to what they're telling us. And sometimes when you're feeling all out of sorts and loopy, sometimes it's because you're tired and you need a break and you need to rest and you don't feel like it. It is what it is. And sometimes your body is like, and your brain is telling you, you need a break. Okay, y'all, I'm about to put on, sometimes I will, like I put a little wing last time I did it, but it's hard to put on wings, and I'm not that good at a wing, so we just gonna stick to the bottom liner for right now, just so we can get this look done. But yeah, sometimes you're just, when you're feeling on the edge, or you're feeling like, man, why am I snapping? Why am I getting so mad so easily? Why am I so unfocused? Because you're probably tired. And you probably need to take a break. And it's okay to be tired. And it's okay to take a break. And I know in our society and life now, it's like, don't take no breaks. You can't be tired. That's a lie. You're going to die if you don't take no break. Like, and life will go on, and people will go on, and your body will be sick, and you will be sick and tired. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to relax. It's okay to take that day off. If you need a mental health day, take your mental health day, girl. Do what you have to do to take care of you, because you are no good to nobody if you're not taking care of yourself. And that's what I learned. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to take those breaks. I'm still learning how to make sure I full stop. Because if I don't, nobody's going to force me to stop. Nobody's going to be like, Lucretia, you don't have to work. They'll just, and then if I keep showing up on Friday in my emails, you know what they're going to do? Expect for me to keep showing up. And so that's what that's what their expectation is going to be. And you know what? They're going to be looking for me on Friday. And what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to be what they want me to be, I'm going to keep going on Friday. I cannot set that precedent. I have to show them that on Friday, you're not going to find me unless you have an emergency. And if it's an emergency, call me on my cell phone, let me know, and I'll take care of it. But if there's no emergency, Lucretia's not going to be on the computer. Because I don't want to set a precedent that I work on Friday when we agreed that I would not be working on Friday. And because it gives me an opportunity to prepare my content, it gives me an opportunity to rest, because a lot of my weekends are me creating content. So I do need personal time to get that together and to get myself together, because I don't literally have, sometimes I don't have a weekend where it's just like I'm just chilling. No, I have to use my weekend to my advantage so I can provide content to y'all. And this mascara that I'm using is the Colossal from Maybelline. It is the Classic Black, and it's T400 Classic Black. I love this mascara. It always gives me like the volume that I love. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I have my other one in there. Yeah, it's in there for my lower lash line. But yeah, you set the precedent. You set, you know, the expectations. And I've been in my career long enough for me to be able to execute what I need to execute in a 4-day week and get it done and know what I'm doing, so that I can transition to this when over the weekend. And so yeah, and I've already blocked out time in my schedule where I'm going to take off from this too, where I'm going to have a week where y'all not going to get content, y'all not going to get nothing. I'm just going to rest, reprocess, get myself together, and then come back and be better for y'all. Sometimes you got it beats like that. It beats like that sometimes, and you got to do it for yourself. Because if you don't set boundaries and parameters in your life, and boundaries are not just for people. You know what I mean? Boundaries are not just, oh, I got to set a boundary for this person. No, it's boundaries of when it comes to anything. When it comes to working, when it comes to what I'm doing here, you have to set boundaries. You have to say, this is how far I'm going to go before I rest. This is how far I'm going to go before, you know, this is when I'm going to need a break. Okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to schedule in those moments, because sometimes we don't automatically create moments of rest for ourselves. So we have to schedule in those moments, saying, okay, this moment I'm going to rest. I'm going to take a break. And so that is so important. Okay, so I'm using my Becca loose powder to set everything in there. And y'all don't understand how many times I have forgot this part of the whole process. Sometimes I forget to put my setting powder on, but that's okay. But we're going to do it today, and we're not going to forget today. Okay? Okay. So let's set this in. Make sure there are no harsh lines. Alrighty. But you have to be your biggest advocate. If you don't advocate for yourself, if you don't care about yourself, people are not going, your job is not going to tell you to stop working. They're not going to say take PTO. They're not going to say, oh, you need to take PTO, you need to take time off. They're not going to force you to do that. So you can keep working and keep killing yourself. A lot of these jobs won't force you. Like, I'm sure there are some companies that will be like, hey, you need to take your time off. But a lot of these companies won't. You set the parameters for how people treat you, for what people's expectations of you are. And I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying don't show up. I'm not saying you got to show up and you got to do your job and you got to execute and do what you're supposed to do. But it's okay to show up, and it's okay to be tired sometimes and need a break. Both of those things can live in the same place and live in the same world. And you have to, you know, determine that for yourself. And people will respect it. If you advocate for yourself, people will respect it. Okay. Using my Morphe blush palette. Ooh, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to keep it simple with the blush. I'm going to use my Ego that I always use. You can tell because look at it. But yeah. And yeah, sometimes when you start at a job and you're green, you don't have as much negotiation power as you will as you get experience. But still, take those breaks. Take that time off if you need it. Do what you have to do to make sure that you're taken care of. Because if you break down, who's going to do the job? So, and then when we're younger, we have a little bit more energy. But when you get as old as I am, you be like, girl, nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Okay, y'all. I ordered some lipstick from About Face, and that's the other new products that I got. And y'all, the bomb. Okay, I'm gonna use one of their lippies in a few minutes. But they gave me a free light lock stick. It's like a highlighter. Girl, so good, so good. So I'm going to use that here as my highlight. And it shows up, like for real, for real. It shows up. I don't want to put too much on because a little goes a long way with this stuff. But this is how it looks. Super cute. They gave me a little sample of it. And I'm going to use it. And when it's used up, I'm going to get some more. Because y'all know I loves me a highlight. I loves me a good highlight. So yeah. But yeah, take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Make sure you're getting your rest. Make sure you're getting, you're meditating, whatever you have to do to make sure that you're mentally and you're physically in a good place. Because if you're not, it's going to show. It's going to show. And that great person they hired is going to be a very tired person, and you're not going to be the same person. So take it from me. Don't get burnt. Don't burn yourself out because it's not worth it. It is not worth it. So y'all have been with me for the entirety of this makeup look. Thank you. And if you have stayed tuned for the entirety of this makeup look, thank you. We are at the last stage, and we are going to be putting our lipstick on. And before that, I always forget to show y'all that I do set my face with this facial prime and setting mist. I got this from, I think, Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Yeah, it's Marshalls because it still got the little tag on it. Marshalls, and it's pretty good. I like it. And so we're going to spray this on here. Ooh. So we can set that. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to set that in there. And then we're going to put this lipstick on. And this is the About Face lipstick. This color is, what are you, girl? Rogue. Girl, I do not know how to say this. Rogue Oliver, I think. I don't know. It's liquid lipstick. It's in a MAC, and I think it's either that or Saint. Oh, I know what it is. I'm just making up stuff. I'm making up stuff, y'all. That's not the name of it. The name of it is Saint Sangria. Okay. Okay, loves, here's the outfit that I decided to wear to church. Very easy going. Of course, it's fall, so y'all know what I said in my last video. about getting into those neutral colors. So this is basically a monochromatic neutral look. And yes, I have this bodysuit that I got from Zara. These pants I believe are Nanushka. These shoes are Jessica Simpson, and the purse is a vintage Louis. And yes, and these glasses I believe I got from Marshalls or something like that. The headband I can't remember, it's super old, but yes, y'all, this is the look. And I hope y'all enjoyed this get ready with me. Light, love, and blessings, y'all. Peace out.